Hello, namaste everyone. My name is Anton Garland. I'm from New Zealand and I'm finally in India. We're in the beautiful little city of Meerut, just 1 or 2 hours depending on who's driving, north of New Delhi. And I've been invited by a very special person, my friend Sudhanshu, founder of BPH Mobility. And we're going to be checking out their first prototype, the Pico, today. What's up, bro?
Good, man.
Nice to see you, man.
Welcome to India.
Yeah, really good to be here.
I'm
Crazy.
so happy that you were able to come to India and to try our prototype.
Yeah,
so we are so happy and glad to have you here.
What a pleasure to try a first prototype. This never happened, so I'm really excited. But can you tell us a little bit about your company, bro?
Yeah, so we are BPH Mobility Private Limited. We are a company who is a mobility solution provider company. I just want to mention it very clear that we are not a car company. We are a mobility solution provider company.
Not a car.
So what we do is like we want to find the mobility related issues, problems, and then we want to solve them. So it can be traffic, it can be the carbon emissions from the mobility sector or anything else. So this is what we are solving. This is what we are.
Okay, fantastic. And so the first sort of like symbol of that solution is the Pico, right?
Exactly. So this is our first prototype what we are building for our mobility solution. So this is called Pico. So it's like because it's micro, it's very small. So that's why we named it Pico. It's like micro, nano, and Pico is even smaller. But again, like people think that bigger is better, but we want to say that bigger is not always better. And this product is gonna prove that thing.
Okay, fantastic. So I think one of the things that you've told me before about this is that you're going to build the design based on the user scenarios and the research, right? And I think you have, from what I remember, 3 core users. You have delivery drivers, you have ambulance drivers, and then you also have families, kids, full of kids, right? You normally see people on motorbikes with 6 people on the motorbike. This is a solution for that.
Exactly. You know the population, we are the most populated country in the world right now already. And so we have to design something according to population. We didn't want it to design something and then give it to people. Okay, use it. We wanted to make something with the help of people who are supposed to use it. That's why we kept it like an empty base. Right now it's an empty base what we have here, and we are gonna build something on the top of this.
Okay,
so
fantastic.
That's what we are doing right now.
I think my part of this can be like the 4th user group. That can be someone that has never driven in India, never driven this car. Actually, this will be like a test case for the first time user to see how they react to it, right? But yeah, so we'll take a look at the car.
Are you ready? Okay, let's go.
Cool, man. Okay, man, so here's the beast. And my first impression is actually it's not that micro, huh? What are the dimensions?
It's 2.65 meter, you know. This makes it world's most compact car. So it's not just micro.
Compact 4-seater.
4-seater car.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, but the width is just same like 1.5 meter.
So 1.5, 2.6 long.
Yes.
And
currently we have 1.6 meter high.
Okay, fantastic.
Just to give you like what we did before, we started with 1.2 meter. The first prototype we were making, the first version of this prototype we were making, it was 1.2 meter, and we tested it on these the roads we are gonna go now, and the roads are not so in a good condition. So we realized that it's not stable enough when we have the 1.2 meter. That's why we decided to go back to the normal size, which is 1.5 meter. And it also gives more space inside the car. Yeah,
I understand. I can see the space inside. This is the good thing about the first stage prototype, is that this is not what it's going to look like in the end, but it gives a good insight into what's actually available,
exactly.
Right?
And just want to make sure that that even if this is our first prototype, but we have already rebuilt it like 6 times.
Really?
So we every time we make and we test it, we talk to the people, and then we break it again. We change it according to the feedbacks we get from the people, and then we keep. This is how we keep building this product. That's what we are doing.
Yeah. And another thing I notice is actually this flat roof, and then when I look on top, I see. Is that a fake solar panel sticker?
No, this is the real solar panel. Okay, so
awesome.
Like we always do, we want to make something which is practical, which is real. Okay, we could have put some fake
press release
or something, press release, but we wanted to test out something. So this is the real flexible solar panel we built for this space. We are able to get almost 285 watts of solar panel, And this is not much if we talk about some other cars. But for this car, because this is very efficient right now, what we are testing right now, this solar panel is already quite good enough for this car.
Show me the money. How many kilometers from one charge?
Right now, this product goes almost 100 kilometers in one charge.
Okay.
Yeah. From the solar, if you put it in the day, like the sun we have in India is gonna, we can almost get 20 to 25 kilometers of range from. So 20 to 25% of the battery we can charge from the solar.
In New Zealand, we have no ozone layer, so it's probably 50% or 100%.
Maybe we should test it. We should
Supercharging in New Zealand. This will be a good.
That'll be really good there.
Man, that's cool. And I've heard from, you remember you telling me that this is a wall charge capable, right? So I could just plug this in anywhere.
Exactly. So in India, like, you know, we don't have a charging infrastructure. And when we talk about electric cars, people are not comfortable because they feel like, where are we going to charge? And we just want to tell all those people, all those customers or future buyer of this product that this car you can just charge by plugging in your normal socket. No, you need just 15 ampere socket, which is like the bigger switch we have in the houses we use for fridge or washing machine or this type of equipment. We can just plug in that and you can charge it anywhere. You want to just have a seat and just see.
Fantastic.
How
yeah, exactly. So often the one of the issues with a electric car is the battery, right? And it actually increases the floor height.
Yeah.
So on the driver's seat, I've definitely got that feeling, but a lot of headroom.
Yeah, we are even planning to raise the seat height edge point a little bit more.
Okay.
So you will be feeling more comfortable and the view will be even better.
Yeah.
Look how much space
Absolutely,
we have.
absolutely. I think that'll actually help. And but one great thing that I noticed is that the battery actually finishes here.
Exactly. We did it because we wanted to make even comfortable rear seat, because in micro cars people are always the last two seats. People don't care, like people think like these are just made for the something which is not important. For us, the last two passengers are also very important, and that's why we finish it here, so that they have enough space
Lower
to put their
floor
legs
height.
and they have comfortable seating position, which you can try now.
And especially if you're wearing a sari, it's going to be easy to get in.
Exactly. So
Can we get my sari?
next time we get the sari.
Nice. But yeah.
Look, you right now you just sit like this. In a normal way, it should be like this.
Yeah, so it's going to be obviously, yeah,
Look,
really
how much
easy.
space.
And I can imagine there's going to be some handle here or something to grab on, which is going to make it really easy.
Here, also on the seat, we are going to have one place to hold. So
Cool.
we are going to have more space.
And this is a long vehicle, storage space.
Yeah. Obviously, people think like in a small package like this, we'll not have enough storage. But just look at this.
Man, I'm
You
not
think
just going to
how
look
much-
at it, but I'm going to feel it, man. Oh,
Yes,
fantastic.
You. We have so much space here. You can see that. Look, this is what it shows. How much space we try to give. In a small package, we can easily fix all the smaller travel bags, not just the cabin luggage, even more than that.
Yeah, I can see that. And of course you fold down the seat. This looks to me like maybe a typical Suzuki hatchback, like a Suzuki Swift or something.
Yeah,
where
but almost
you can
1
fit.
meter smaller than that.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
Fascinating.
That's a big difference.
Interesting.
Look
And
like how much space we have here. Like once we take our once we fold down this, so we can just
yeah, first stage prototype, right? This bar's not going to be here. That's going to be flat. You'll be able to open up this hatch. Which way will the hatch open, do you think? Will it open out like a door or?
because we are planning to do so many things on this prototype, so we are thinking to make it go up, because it's gonna help in some scenarios, like ambulance scenario.
Depends on your scenario, right?
Also, so it'll keep changing according to the scenario. Yeah. Man, how do you feel in the back seats?
It's definitely spacious.
And even so many cars, like this size of the cars, normally they can fit 3 people also.
Should we try it out?
Yeah, why not? Let's
Let's get my lovely wife and the new highlight of this video here, Sasa.
Okay, let's see how much space we have here.
I'll open the door for you. Nice.
Okay, so 3 of us are sitting here. How do you feel, Sasa?
Comfortable. Very comfortable, yes.
You know, it's a micro car, Pico car. So it's supposed to be very small. But we are like 5 people can sit here.
Yeah, that's
5 people.
nice.
Yeah. We
Very spacious.
spacious,
yeah.
like the knee space,
Yeah,
like
we have enough space for the knee.
So we are comfortable. Do you feel comfortable here?
Time to sleep.
Time to sleep. You're dead comfortable.
Okay, everyone pretend I'm outside New Delhi Airport. Fantastic vehicle to pick me up. So standard cabin luggage. Quite good, huh? I wish my airline company had seen this. It's not that big, huh? They shouldn't have overpriced me. Okay, so pal, we're in the Pico right now, driving. First time driving.
You're in India. Do you feel the sound, like the noise around you?
It's a chaos right now. I think it's hard for me to even describe what's going through my mind right now. I'm digesting a lot of things. Digesting the road, digesting the traffic, and at the same time getting used to this interesting driving position. We have a go-kart style pedals.
Yeah.
Brake and accelerate, super simple.
We wanted to make it simple. That's the reason we wanted to keep it different, something not the traditional one. Like,
you know, and I've driven cars for I think 20 years now, and I'm already used to this new configuration, so that's quite a positive thing. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of people passing you, so the first thing that I want is a lot of visibility. In most vehicles, for example, I drive a Volvo V40, this is a big problem. Too far forward, it blocks your vision, too far back, and it becomes difficult for structure. So right now I feel like the position is quite good. I love how the window is really far away from me. I also love that we're quite high, the roof, so I feel like quite airy in here. Obviously, it's
you don't feel claustrophobic because most of the time, you know, these micro cars. Yes, you feel claustrophobic. That's the biggest issue with so many customers. The feedback we got in our research.
Okay, and actually we're quite far away from each other.
Yeah.
So we'll have space for a console here. I can imagine some storage, some switches,
exactly,
cup holders. This is very, very useful, and then potentially an armrest. But as you can see, the road is starting to get narrower. There's a lot more traffic here, and I don't feel like we're taking up so much space.
I think you can clearly see like how crowded it is.
This is a good example of the situation right now.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where these micro cars will be the future. The kind of population we have.
Okay, here's a very good example here. We have dirt on this side, we have a truck on this side.
Yeah.
And I don't feel nervous. This is another interesting thing. One problem is with micro cars, in my experience, is you're too low and you feel too small. But here, when we passed that truck, I didn't feel too little, right? I didn't feel like we were in danger of getting crushed.
Exactly. So that's the kind of like feeling we wanted to give. Like even from outside, you are sitting in a micro car, but when you are inside, you don't feel like you are tiny. Like
no, you
feel you're in power. And what do you think like about when you're feeling the feeling you get from the car? You know, you feel that something is there, the vibration or something. In electric is silent.
I feel incredibly in touch with my environment around me.
Yeah.
Some people might say that's a negative thing, but in terms of safety, this is a huge advantage because I don't feel numb to the environment. So a big connection to the environment around me. I feel that also being electric, the responsiveness, as everyone knows who's watching this, most people will know that they're incredibly powerful, responsive from 0 RPM. I'm barely touching the throttle, and I'm able to actually, without even touching the brake, throttle off, throttle on, I'm able to really work within the boundaries of what I need to do to drive.
I just wanted to prepare you that this is gonna be a very bad road now ahead, what you're gonna experience. I am sure you have driven something like
this
something
kind
like
of road is normally the type of thing you have on a test track in a car company.
Maybe this is what we are getting in India, the real test track all the time.
Reality, right?
Yeah, exactly. And imagine we have driven this car on this track for 6,700 kilometers till now. This prototype.
It feels capable, it feels strong. Obviously the suspension right now is not the final suspension, so we're walking around a little bit. This will be worked on, I'm sure.
Yes, we are already working on it and we have some very efficient suspension.
I have to say, what I love about this car, because the wheels are in the corners, I understand the corners of the vehicle very well. I know exactly where it's going to turn, where it points is where it goes, and I also understand how close I am in relation to other objects, right? Sometimes when you drive vehicles, you don't know where the bonnet of the car is or the rear corner of the car is, and here I feel quite confident already in its dimensions, which normally takes longer to achieve in a vehicle.
Just tell you, like, even if we have a 1.6 meter ground clearance, but we put everything from the center in such a way that it doesn't hit anything.
Yes.
Normal car will touch, but this one will not touch. That's what we are also developed it, especially according to the Indian scenario.
Yes, I'm sure that the problem with a long wheelbase is that
Exactly.
often the ground clearance is an issue, like when we're going over this one here.
Yeah.
So I'm quite impressed with the ground clearance. No, I like it right now. This is cool. I think people are wondering, he can't be in India. He hasn't used the horn
Yeah.
yet. So
You want to try to go fast? You wanna
Yeah.
go? Let's see. And
Well, how are we doing? Good.
okay, go. Let's see.
Ah, wow, it's got a lot of pickup.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll try it again with the faster, more speed on a road where it's more empty.
Okay, so this is mode 1.
Exactly. This is just the mode 1, and once we right now we have only 3 modes. So 1, 2, 3, and the maximum speed you will be able to achieve is like 70 km/h.
Okay.
And we can take a turn from here.
Okay, now I'm showing my limitations here.
Yeah, I think but you're doing well, man.
Yeah,
You should be
thank you.
proud of yourself.